12 foods that support cancer prevention and recovery. What you eat has a measurable impact on cancer risk, whether you're currently in treatment, recovering from it, or simply working to reduce your chances of developing it. Food can either feed disease or help the body fight it. The key is knowing which foods to prioritize and why. One important point before diving in: there is no single food that prevents or cures cancer. Many survivors make the mistake of searching for one miracle ingredient, a trendy supplement, an exotic fruit, a specialty coffee, and building their entire approach around it. While individual foods can be beneficial, what genuinely moves the needle is the overall combination and quality of the diet as a whole. With that in mind, here are 12 foods consistently supported by research for their cancer-fighting properties. 1. Berries. Blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries are among the most well-researched foods for cancer protection. They're rich in antioxidants, vitamins, and fiber. And it's specifically that high antioxidant and fiber content that makes them effective at lowering cancer risk. Fresh berries are ideal, but frozen varieties are equally nutritious and far more convenient. Adding berries regularly is one of the simplest and most impactful dietary changes a person can make. 2. Citrus fruits. Cancer and its treatment place the body under prolonged oxidative stress. By the time treatment ends, antioxidant levels are often significantly depleted. Low antioxidants compromise immune function, increasing vulnerability to illness and raising the risk of cancer recurrence. Citrus fruits, oranges, lemons, grapefruits, are excellent sources of vitamin C and other antioxidants that help replenish these levels and support immune recovery. Research also points to antioxidants being particularly beneficial in reducing the risk of stomach, esophageal, and colorectal cancers. 3. Garlic. Garlic contains compounds called organosulfur compounds, which have been associated with a reduced risk of several types of cancer. While garlic supplements are popular among cancer survivors, the evidence for supplemental garlic is less clear than for garlic consumed as part of a regular diet. Adding fresh garlic to cooking, particularly in tomato-based sauces, soups, and stews, is an easy and flavorful way to incorporate it consistently. 4. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are an outstanding source of lycopene, a powerful antioxidant with well-documented cancer protective properties. Cooked tomatoes, in sauces, soups, and stews, actually release more lycopene than raw ones, making them particularly effective when prepared. Combining tomatoes with garlic and other cancer-fighting vegetables creates a compounding nutritional benefit that's greater than any single ingredient alone. 5. Cruciferous vegetables. Broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and Brussels sprouts belong to the cruciferous vegetable family and contain compounds called glucosinolates, which are associated with lower cancer risk. They're also high in fiber, and higher fiber intake is consistently linked to reduced cancer rates across populations. For people who find raw vegetables unappealing, using dips like hummus or tzatziki to make them more enjoyable is a perfectly reasonable starting point. Getting the vegetables in consistently is what matters most. Dietary refinements can come later. 6. Leafy green vegetables. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and similar greens deliver a concentrated combination of antioxidants, fiber, and vitamin C, all of which play a role in protecting the body against cancer. Eating after a cancer diagnosis or treatment should ideally center on a plant-forward approach, where the majority of food comes from plant sources, though lean animal proteins like chicken, turkey, seafood, and dairy can still be included. Both the American Institute for Cancer Research and the American Cancer Society recommend diets rich in fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. Aiming for vegetables to fill half the plate at each meal is an ambitious but highly effective target for those committed to reducing cancer risk. 7. Green tea. Green tea has been studied for its anti-cancer properties and has shown particular promise in reducing the risk of breast, colorectal, and prostate cancers. It's also a useful dietary tool for addressing what's commonly known as chemo brain, the cognitive fog, difficulty concentrating, and memory lapses many cancer survivors experience after treatment. Green tea is a rich source of flavonoids, compounds that support brain function and mental clarity. Incorporating a daily cup of decaffeinated green tea is a simple and accessible habit. 8. Seeds and nuts. Almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, and chia seeds provide healthy fats, fiber, and antioxidants in a small, convenient package. They're nutritionally dense and beneficial for cancer prevention, but portion size matters. Many people gain weight during cancer treatment due to a combination of reduced activity, medication side effects, and emotional eating. Since excess body weight is itself a risk factor for cancer recurrence, keeping nut and seed portions modest, a small handful added to yogurt or a salad, allows for the nutritional benefits without contributing to unwanted weight gain. 9. Fatty fish salmon, mackerel, sardines, and other fatty fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are associated with a lower risk of cancer, particularly breast cancer. When comparing dietary patterns for cancer prevention, the Mediterranean diet consistently outperforms others in the research, and fatty fish is a cornerstone of that diet. Starting with 1 serving of fish per week and gradually increasing to twice weekly is a manageable and evidence-based goal. 10. Beans and legumes. Black beans, lentils, and chickpeas are among the most underconsumed cancer-protective foods available. They're high in fiber and contain specific compounds shown to reduce the risk of colorectal cancer in particular. Despite strong evidence supporting their benefits, relatively few people include them regularly. They're versatile, affordable, and easy to incorporate into soups, stews, salads, and side dishes. 11. Whole grains. Whole grains provide fiber, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals that collectively support cancer prevention. The pattern is consistent across the research. Diets high in fiber, antioxidants, and plant-based nutrients are associated with lower cancer rates. Whole grains, oats, brown rice, quinoa, barley, contribute meaningfully to all of these nutritional targets and are a reliable foundation for a cancer-protective diet. 12. Turmeric, with an important caution. Turmeric, and specifically its active compound curcumin, is well known for its anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer properties, with research supporting its role in reducing the risk of several cancer types. However, there is a critical caveat for breast cancer survivors taking tamoxifen. Tamoxifen is a prodrug, meaning it must be converted inside the body into its active form by a specific enzyme to be effective. Curcumin interferes with that enzyme, which can prevent tamoxifen from converting properly, rendering it significantly less effective or even inactive. For breast cancer survivors on tamoxifen, turmeric supplementation in particular should be avoided. For those not on this medication, turmeric remains a valuable addition to the diet. The bigger picture. These 12 foods share a common thread. They are rich in fiber, antioxidants, healthy fats, or specific compounds that support the body's ability to resist and suppress cancer cell activity. No single food on this list works in isolation. The real power lies in building a diet where these foods appear together, consistently over time. A plant-forward diet that incorporates these foods regularly alongside appropriate physical activity represents one of the most meaningful steps anyone can take toward reducing cancer risk and supporting long-term recovery.